Hello, my name is Betty, and this is your weekend survival guide. Today is December 16th, 2016. I wanted to let you guys know that the moon is going to be spending most of her time this weekend in the sign of Leo, which is going to create some great opportunities to utilize the tail end energy of some planets that are going to be shifting. The sun is going to be leaving Sagittarius and doing the winter solstice and entering into Capricorn on the 21st. I'm going to do a separate video just on the winter solstice. You can expect that sometime early next week. Mercury is going to station to go retrograde 1 degree shy of joining up with Pluto, and that will be on the 18th. With regards to Mercury going retrograde, I have a video in my collection that I did specifically for Mercury retrograde, so please feel free to check that out and get a little more background on what Mercury retrograde actually is. On the 18th also, the moon is going to be shifting into Virgo, and Mars is going to be leaving the sign of Aquarius and going into Pisces on the 19th. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what that means and what you can expect to see develop with this energy that we have. I want to start off, I want to talk about the planet Chiron. Chiron is it's a planetoid. It isn't really a full planet, but we use it in astrology. It represents the wounded healer. It represents an area, depending on where it is in your chart, by house and sign, and of course by aspect, that is what represents in your consciousness a wound. A wound that can never fully be healed. And the key to working with Chiron in a positive fashion and to using it for its highest expression is Chiron. The glyph for Chiron, it looks like a key. So the key to utilizing Chiron is to go into the wound. This wound can never be made to disappear, but it can be transformed. The wound is transformed into wisdom. So once we heal the wound that Chiron has placed on our consciousness, that becomes one of our greatest strengths, where we can teach after we have transformed this wound. I'm bringing this up because now, currently, Chiron is in the sign of Pisces at 20 degrees of Pisces. It is squaring Saturn and Sagittarius. Now, last week I spoke very highly of Saturn and Sagittarius, but just to be devil's advocate, I'm going to talk a little bit about the negative side of what Saturn and Sagittarius could represent. Saturn constricts, puts rules and regulations on. And Sagittarius is associated with religion, philosophies, and stuff like that. So Saturn and Sagittarius could represent, the authority on religion, the authority on philosophies and what you should believe and how you should behave and how you should worship and how you should, all of these things that you should do this is the right way. I have all of the answers. I know the way to the truth, and you must follow me, or it will judge you, and it's condemning. Chiron in Pisces is a wound on the collective unconscious. So this is also a wound in our spiritualness. So, there is no one size fits all when it comes to communing with the divine. And for some people, strict religions may give them peace and joy. But that's not the case for most. And, to impose our beliefs on other people and saying, if you do not believe the way that I believe, then, you are going to be condemned to hell. That's crazy because God created everybody. Why would he only create 100,000 people that he actually likes and the rest of us, can just burn in hell for the rest of our lives? I think that is silly and harmful. So, but anyway, back to Chiron in Pisces could also manifest as the victim, the martyr, victim consciousness in Pisces. So the way to get through it is to drill down and to realize that we're all expressions of the divine in doing it in our own unique way. And the way to commune with the divine is to go within, not without. So there's going to be some conflict between the powers that be, the authority figures on religion and philosophy and belief systems, you know, coming in conflict with people who are going to say, no, I don't want to do it this way. I don't feel comfortable doing this. It doesn't work for me. So that's a lot of this energy that's going on. And like I said, to find out how it affects you personally, you need to know where Chiron is in your chart natally. So given that said, Mars, like I said earlier, is going to be entering into the sign of Pisces. This is not going to be a very easy place for Mars to be. Mars is action and drive, and in Pisces it hits the water, the mist, the fog, and it doesn't really know where to go or how to act and how to take all of this, because it's so mystical and so magical and vast, to force it and move it. So it's going to operate, the action is going to be more undercurrents. We're not going to see such a hard drive. It is going to maybe produce a bit of a confusing time with Mars in Pisces, with Mercury going retrograde. So there's going to be a lot of confusion as to what's going on and are people really behaving. There's going to be, could be passive aggressiveness, especially with the holidays coming around. We'll see a lot of that for sure. But given that said, like I said, the solstice is coming too. So the sun is entering into Capricorn, getting ready for its long trek up the mountain in the winter. So like I said, the moon for most of the weekend is going to be in the sign of Leo. She will make a grand trine with Uranus and the sun. So that will give create an energy, a nice push, an opportunity to make some forward motion before we go into a period where things are going to be more reflective and undercurrents and behind the scenes kind of power. So that is my report for this week, and I would love if you would like and subscribe this video and comment and let me know what you think and how things are going for you. And until next week, I wish you well.